About our temperatures. Overnight lows tonight are only expected to fall down into the mid-70s in some areas. Others further north could actually drop down into the upper end of the 60s. Relatively humid overnight thanks to cloud cover. We'll talk about that in just a moment, but clearing as the morning goes on. That's why daytime highs will be potentially in the middle end of the 90s. Some areas, again further north, could stick around the lower end of the 90s, but they'll be fair and far few between. But talking dew point temperatures and how it'll actually feel outside. The next few days will actually feel pretty great, sticking around in the mid to upper into the 60s, a little bit drier, a little bit less swampy per se. But towards the end of the week, when moisture really returns back into the area, that's when heat indexes will also begin to rise. Particularly some areas could be in heat advisory or an excessive heat warning if it continues to increase. So for the next 2-3 days, it'll be manageable, but come potentially the end of the week and into the weekend, that's when we need to be concerned about your heat safety once more. Now talking about the future tracker, as far as the rest of the night goes, it should be a relatively quiet night, actually. Mostly calm winds and relatively a few clouds. Like I'd mentioned, those clouds earlier tonight will actually be keeping the heat trapped in potentially the southern portion of the region. Notice up north near Macomb and Hattiesburg, it's rather clear, so there's a lot more radiational cooling involved versus further south. But come tomorrow morning, be relatively clear compared to overnight. That's where we're off to a sunny start across the region, and again, relatively warm temperatures. But as the day goes on, that's when we can expect our potentially pop-up showers and thunderstorms rather in the evening hours between 4, 5, 6, and 7, when those pop-up showers and thunderstorms reside potentially mostly in the southern portion of the region, south of Morgan City. And you see those little red arrows there. That means it's going to be potentially traveling northward, but I'm expecting them to be pretty concentrated to the southern portions of the region. Now, as far as tonight's forecast, overnight lows are expected to fall down into the middle to lower end of the 70s. Some areas, the further north you go, could actually drop down into the upper end of the 60s. Tomorrow, daytime highs will be residing particularly in the 90s. Some areas in the lower 90s, others, and majority of us, will be in the mid to upper end of the 90s. Plenty of sunshine. Sunshine is going to be returning to the area, but come the afternoon evening times, and especially during peak daytime heating, that's when those pop-up showers and storms are likely to arise. Over the next few days, we could see that daytime highs will stick around in the 90s, particularly the mid to upper 90s, and actually increase by potentially the weekend. The lack of rain and increase in sunshine means that there's more daytime heating to be had. Thus, also, your heat indexes will start to increase as well. Make sure you're practicing still good heat safety. Drink lots of water. Make sure that you and those around you are also practicing heat safety by taking frequent breaks in the shade if you have outdoor activities. Again, stay hydrated, stay cool. A bottle of water, sunscreen, and sunglasses are going to be your best friends for the next few days.